My sister lied about her son's brain surgery to ruin my $8,000 honeymoon. So I called CPS after finding him alone for 3 days starving on cereal. My sister Sierra called at 3 a.m. sobbing. Eli's been hit by a drunk driver. They airlifted him for emergency brain surgery. I need you. We packed through tears, begged airlines for emergency seats, watched $8,000 in non-refundable honeymoon bookings vanish. We'd saved for 2 years for this trip. On the flight, Sierra ghosted me. No texts, no calls. When we landed, I called Children's Hospital. No pediatric trauma patients by that name. My blood went cold. We called 6 hospitals. Nothing. Sierra's phone went straight to voicemail. We drove to her house and used the spare key. The door was unlocked. I expected to find Eli in bed with Sierra standing over him. Instead, my 4-year-old nephew was on the couch playing his tablet, surrounded by empty cereal bowls, completely uninjured. He saw us and cheered. Yay, you're back. Where's your mommy? She left 3 days ago. She said you'd be back soon. 3 days alone. He was 4. You didn't get into any accident? No. Why would I be hurt? I can take care of myself. I called Sierra from her landline. California Girls blared in the background. Hey, what's up? She slurred. You told me Eli was in surgery. She cackled. I knew if I lied you would come back. You were being super extra about your honeymoon. Must be nice having money while single moms struggle. Behind me, Eli asked in a small voice if he could live with us. Mom doesn't want me anymore. Sierra heard him through the phone. Her tone turned venomous. You're turning my son against me. This was your plan all along. I hung up. I sat next to Eli. Were you scared? He shrugged. Mommy said I was a big boy. She's done it before when you were busy. My stomach dropped. This wasn't the first time. I called child services immediately. The social worker came the next day, interviewed Eli, photographed the empty fridge and mess. She warned me the system favors keeping families together. 2 days later, Sierra showed at our door, hair greasy, reeking of alcohol. She demanded Eli back. I told her no. She tried pushing past me, started screaming about her rights. I called the cops. When they arrived, Sierra ran to them crying. They stole my baby. The officers separated us. I explained everything. They asked Eli if he wanted to go home with mommy. He shook his head hard. I want to stay here. Mommy left me alone and I was scared. The officers told Sierra to leave. She lost it, screamed that I'd brainwashed him, that I couldn't have kids so I was stealing hers. They put her in the patrol car. 3 days later, Sierra's brother Derek showed up. He's a lawyer. He handed me an envelope. You've been served. You don't stand a chance against a real lawyer. Custody petition, hearing next week. I found a lawyer named Finley who'd take payment plans. At the hearing, Derek painted Sierra as a struggling mom who made one mistake. Then he submitted my mental health records from 5 years ago. Said I was unstable. The judge granted Sierra temporary custody. I had 2 hours to pack Eli's things. When we dropped him off, Sierra was smoking outside. She grabbed his hand roughly. You better know not to mess with me, she said with a nasty smile. A week passed. Then at midnight, the doorbell rang. Eli stood there in his pajamas with a black eye. I pulled him inside. He was shivering and crying. Mommy's new friend Logan hit me. I was too loud, so I waited until they were asleep and walked here, 8 blocks, alone. At 4 years old, I called 911. The EMTs documented everything. The black eye, finger marks on his arms, a boot-shaped bruise on his back. In the morning, Finley filed an emergency custody petition. The black eye changes everything. By noon, Sierra showed up with Logan, screaming. The same officer arrived. He recognized Logan immediately. Logan had a record: assault, domestic violence, DUI. When they refused to leave, he cuffed them both. At the emergency hearing, Finley presented the abuse photos, police reports, Logan's record. Then he revealed Sierra had been collecting disability benefits for Eli, claimed he had severe autism. She'd been pocketing thousands meant to help him. When Eli testified, he told the truth simply. Logan hit him. Mommy told him not to cry. He ran to us because that's where he felt safe. The judge terminated Sierra's parental rights completely. 2 months later, at the finalization hearing, Eli yelled, I have a real family now. I held him tight while he buried his face in my shoulder. Sierra never appealed. Eli's 5 now and calls us mom and dad.